Hey guys, welcome to episode 2 of A Teenager's Perspective, the show where I, the teenager, just kind of talk about whatever I feel like talking about and whatever I feel needs a teenager's perspective. Our first story is a teen in Florida got his arm eaten by an alligator. And this is one of those stories that freaks me out because I always used to worry about that kind of thing only with sharks in the ocean when I was younger. Caleb Langdale, age 17, was swimming in a river that I cannot pronounce. Starts with a C. He was swimming in a river in Florida, and an alligator bit his arm off. So yeah, another horror story to add to my fears. Great. Our next story of the day is our tech news, and that is that Google is being sued $22.5 million by the FTC for privacy violations for Apple users because they had a cookie enabled for Safari users that was not allowed. They did not tell those Safari users that they were taking their information, tracking their whereabouts on the web, and obviously that's a privacy violation, so the FTC is suing them. Except I feel like it might be a good thing to sue them more because, as an article I found in Fox News pointed out, the $22.5 million that they are being sued is what they make in about 5 hours. I don't know about you, but if I was a company that wanted to do that kind of thing to track users, 5 hours pay would be worth it. So you might want to sue them a little bit more than that. I mean, you can't keep away from Google. They know that they have you. I mean, through Android and YouTube and Gmail and Calendar and all their other things that they have. I mean, you really can't escape them. So it's like Facebook. They have your information, and there's nothing you can do about it, which sucks. But you just kind of gotta hope that they won't use your information in a bad way. Our next story is a political one, and it is that people have completely lost track of what's important. Well, maybe not people, but news networks and journalists that write about the election, because I've found no articles that have any meaning. I went to go look up articles to talk about because I hadn't really heard about any political things lately, and the first two headlines were something like, "Would Obama win the election easily if he looked like Chris Christie?" I was like, what? What? Why does that matter? Are you saying he needs to be white? Are you saying he needs to be heavier? Are you saying he needs to, I don't know, be more, like, boisterous or something? I don't know. And then the next headline was something like, "Romney is ahead in the race for campaign funds." Does it really matter who's ahead in the race for campaign funds? What really matters is whether they support issues that you support and whether you are going to feel comfortable having them as your president for the next 4 years, because electing a president should not be a light decision, and I feel like a lot of people are beginning to make it like that. I mean, you guys tell me. That can be our question of the day. Do you care about anything besides the issues in an election? Do you care about how much money they've raised, or like what their race is, or whether they're married or not, or something like that? I mean, I don't really care. I feel like, of course I want to know what their background is like so I can know if they're a trustworthy person, but I honestly don't care if they're married or not, if they're black or white, if they are raising more campaign funds than their opponent. It really doesn't matter to me, as long as I know that they will be a good president for the next 4 years based on their opinions on the issues. Our final story of the day is that some networks are very upset over Dish Network and their new feature called AutoHop. Using a feature called Primetime Anytime on Dish Network, customers can record a primetime show on one of the major networks, and they can skip the commercials, which sounds exactly like a DVR. So I was very confused as to why they were upset about this. And I started reading the article in more detail, not just skimming it, and it was exactly what I thought it was. It's a DVR. So why is that a bad thing? I don't understand this, because first of all, it's not like you can do what I sometimes do and record a show from 8 to 9 and then watch it from 9 to like 9:45 and save 15 minutes and do something else for that hour that the show was on. You have to watch it after 1 a.m. the following day. So they're making you wait, and so they're not losing viewers on the time that it's on. They're saying it's a copyright infringement, but it's not, because DVRs have been around for a very long time, and it mentions in the article that I read that DVRs were ruled as fair use copyright, which means that you are not making a profit and you are not benefiting from it in any way except that you're watching it yourself. And I think the fair use is sometimes abused, but I feel like people need to understand that if DVRs are okay, then Dish's auto hop is fine. TV networks need to just calm down. Okay, and that's it for today's show. Thank you guys for watching. Leave me your response in the comment section below, which is, do you really care about anything besides the issues in an election? And also leave me comments for next week's show, or whatever the next time I do the show is, and let me know what you guys would like to see.